Into the Cypher. Prepare for another all-nighter.
On the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
You know what? Let's hit people with this right quick. It's some stuff from A-Rod, and then we'll discuss.
As far as all the legal stuff, to me it's been confusing. I mean, the one thing that I've gotten from so many people, so many fans, some teammates, they're like, what is going on? I think there's a lot of people that are confused, a lot of people that don't understand the process. There is a lot of layers. I will say this. There's more than one party that that benefits from me not ever stepping back on the field. And that's not my teammates, and it's not the Yankee fans. I think we all agree that we want to get rid of PEDs. That's a must. I think all the players, we feel that way. But when all the stuff is going on in the background and people are finding creative ways to, cancel your contract and stuff like that, I think that's concerning for me. It's concerning for present, and I think it should be concerning for future players as well. There is a process. I'm excited about the way I feel tonight, and I'm going to keep fighting.
All that is headed to town tomorrow. We'll be right here in Chicago. I need to get out there and kind of hang out and see exactly what the heck all that is going to be about. It's going to be a mess, man.
It is going to be a mess. Alex Rodriguez has been very defiant, saying, yes, I will be on the plane heading to the South Side to play with my teammates against the Chicago White Sox. But, man, look at that. A-Rod coming out swinging against the pinstripes. The guys upstairs in the front office. Never thought I'd see that. And Bud Selig. Yeah.
Well, I don't know, man. I don't know if this is a fight he's going to want to fight. Obviously, with what we're talking about, Biogenesis is going to be reportedly suspending 12 players tomorrow. Mm-hmm. The suspensions will be announced. And now I heard on MLB Network it was reported that 3 new names will be added to this thing. This happened literally 2 hours ago.
I didn't see
MLB
that.
Network. Yeah, there are going to be 3 other guys besides the people that you've heard about, Johnny Peralta, guys like that. There'll be 3 guys that are right. There'll be 3 guys that are supposed to surprise us, like that we didn't see coming. So
I don't know. At least going with A-Rod, I guess I'm gonna be the one who have to stick up for him a little bit. It seems like a witch hunt. He's never been popped. Has he ever been suspended for steroids before?
He was involved in the whole Mitchell report thing.
Right, but he
back.
didn't.
They haven't found. Well, with the Mitchell report, I believe those were positive tests. They just didn't suspend at that time. He was never suspended.
Okay, he was never suspended. So You're going from a guy who was never suspended, going to possibly missing the rest of this season and all of next season. Now, that seems a little bit much to me.
I kind of wanted to see him hit him with that lifetime ban thing. I know it was just something they're really throwing out, and it really probably wasn't going to happen, and he would win on some type of appeal if they were to do that. But I'd like to see them kind of make an example out of somebody the way Pete Rose was made an example of for the gambling thing.
Well, Pete Rose should be in the Hall of Fame by now. I agree. I think he should be in the Hall of Fame. But with Alex Rodriguez, here's my thing. A lot of people made a lot of money off this guy hitting home runs. The Yankees signed him with the intentions of him hitting 800 home runs, topping Barry Bonds, being the guy that's going to be the clean home run king. That didn't happen. But they had to see a big old trail of stank, PED stank, coming from Texas. And you go and you sign this guy. You know what? My mother is actually the one who kind of hit me to the whole steroid thing, and my mother's pretty good with sports. And even she knew back then, man, this ain't real. Mark McGwire and Sammy Sosa, them guys are juicing. My mother saw that. So you mean to tell me the Steinbrenners didn't see that? You mean to tell me Bud Selig didn't see that? And they signed this guy to all this money, and now they're coming back with the Yankees saying, "Oh, you know what? Yeah, we don't want to have you around the team. We want to void your contract." Come on, man. Really?
There are a lot of people that feel the way you do. But I am a baseball purist, sir.
You are.
I believe off with all of their heads. I know everything you said is true. Selig obviously profited. The MLB profited. I see it this way. I feel like while what you're saying is true, the MLB kind of needed a jolt at that time. They were still kind of staggering from the whole strike of 94, and they needed something, an infusion. So he probably saw it that way. I agree that he's very culpable, Bud Selig, in this. However, the rules have changed.
They have.
And now it's time to pay the piper. And if you're still doing it, even after that point, okay, those guys like late 90s, early 2000s, okay, I can kind of give them somewhat of a pass. But if you're still doing it and still stupid enough to get caught the way these guys got caught by Biogenesis, and we have some sound from the whistleblower in that We'll
cool.
play a little later for our guests. But if you're dumb enough to get caught, then, like I said, off with their heads, all of them.
Yeah, I will say this. That's why I say I defend him a little bit. Not I ain't putting my whole foot in there, just a toe, just defending him a little bit. But yeah, I'm with you. You know, if you're still doing this, and you get caught, you know what, you deserve what you get. But I still feel that a lot of people are making money off these guys tenfold, and now they want to see them off with their heads. It's a huge double standard. And also, I want to get your opinion on this too. Matt Scherzer, the pitcher from the Detroit Tigers, he even came out and said that teams should have the option to void players' contracts. Now, that's a huge turnaround from when players, how they were sticking up for each other. Maybe it was unwritten rule. Hey, you don't rat on the guy who's doing this. You know, you don't do it. But it's something now that a player is saying that.
I think it's kind of simple. I think a lot of the clean guys are tired of getting lumped in with these cats. And a lot of, like, all right, last week we had no one get into the Hall of Fame. No living player.
Right.
The class next year, guys like Greg Maddux, Frank Thomas, those guys, did it the clean way. They've never been.
At least we think so.
Well, they've never been implicated in anything, those two guys. But, I'm sure guys like that, guys like Andre Dawson from back in the day, Harold Baines, all of those guys are tired of being lumped in. Well, you're from the steroid era, so we can't. Even like you just said, they allegedly haven't been in this. And you always have to put that caveat on it. Now we're talking about these guys. Allegedly, they weren't involved in this. There's been no clean test. So I'm sure guys like Max Scherzer, who's having a career year this year, are tired of being lumped in with these clowns.